So I asked 25 of my peers in the mortgage and real estate industry all across the country, different companies and organizations, how do you define culture and how does your company define culture? As you would imagine, the answers were all across the board. So the common denominator with all of the 25 answers I received was that they were all a little qualitative, right? Meaning you can't really factually define it. Some responded to me with the fancy mission statement. Others responded to me from the work ethic point of view, saying that our operations staff care the most, our operations staff work the hardest. Others responded with the family dynamic and just tried to explain that, our culture is just a big family. But doesn't everyone say that? Check this out. I was reading through the old trusty First 90 Days book that I constantly talk to you guys about, and I found an incredible definition for culture and some examples if you're looking at an organization or if you're trying to define your own company culture. What is culture? It's a set of consistent patterns people follow for communicating, thinking, and acting, all grounded in their shared assumptions and values. On the very next page, he goes over identifying culture norms, gives 5 incredible answers that you can use for yourself. Here they are. Influence. How do people get support for critical initiatives? Number 2, meetings. Are meetings filled with dialogue on hard issues, or are they simply forums for publicly ratifying agreements that have been reached in private? Number 3, execution. When it comes time to get things done, what matters more? A deep understanding of processes or knowing the right people? Number 4, conflict. Can people talk openly about difficult issues without fear of retribution? Or do they avoid conflict and, even worse, push it to lower levels? Last, but certainly not least, recognition. Does your company promote only the superstars, or do they recognize those that are in the background working just as hard as everyone else? So there you go. In my opinion, the best definition I've ever heard of how you define culture and the specific areas that you and your organization should have clearly defined.